Hi guys, welcome to another card trick. What better way to start your day than with a fantastic trick? Now this one is better than most because it involves the audience, and in this case two members of the audience can help you. You can give them a shuffle, you can show the cards are just all random cards on there. You turn to the first spectator and say, look, just going to go through the cards, just want you to touch the back of any card. It really is a free choice. This one here. Now I want you to grab two cards from that point. Now in case you think I'm being forceful, do you want the two cards that come next or the two previous cards, or maybe one of each? What do you want? One of each. Okay, so one from the top and one from the bottom. You're happy with that? I want you now to have a look at those, don't let anyone else see them, and I want you to add up the values. So if I show the camera, you're going to add up those values. Okay, put them back. Happy with that? Now don't reveal that to anyone in the audience. You've got that number fixed inside your head. I'm going to come to you, sir, and ask you to choose a card, and I want you to have an absolute free choice. Some people think that when a magician does this, he's handing you a card. So I'll tell you what, I won't even touch them. We'll put the cards down there, go through, and I want you to slide out any card you wish. Okay? You got one? I'm just going to gather up the cards. Have a look at it. I'll show the camera in case you can see the card that they've chosen. Happy with that? Put the card back and we shall lose your card. Now if I was to cut the cards like that, you would probably say, well, you might be cutting it somewhere. So please, you have a go. Cut the cards. Do you want to cut the cards? And they can cut the cards as many times as they like. Okay, so you can hand it around the room and everyone in the room can have a go. We come back to you, sir. You've got a random number in your head. What I'm going to do is to deal cards down one at a time onto the table. I want you to silently count in your head until you get to that number. So as I go down, I'm going to deal the cards. Stop there. Okay, you've stopped there. I've got no idea what the number was. I don't know what your card was, but the very next card, what was your card? And there it is there. All the other cards you can examine, and that is an amazing piece of magic. Okay, the trick you've just seen is a great card effect. It uses a stacked deck. Now I have done a very similar stack deck in a previous video. I will put the link at the end of this tutorial, but that particular stack was called the 14-15 stack. What that means is the way the cards are stacked, that any two cards that people choose will add up to either 14 or 15. This stack works exactly the same. However, any two cards are either going to add up to 13 or 14. So when my first spectator took two cards, I knew that he was either thinking of 13 or 14. That's all that I know. Now there is a little bit more setup, and I will put this stack, so I'm not going to go through and show you the stack in order. I'll put that in the description below the video. So with the cards in order, I then want to have a stack of cards at the bottom. And what I mean by that is, let me put these here. I've got a little stack on the bottom of the pack. What's that for? Well, if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need a stack of 13 cards which are going to go on top of the chosen card. I've got the 13 cards. This card in the 13th position is special. It's my key card. Why? Because I've cut it a little bit shorter. Because the very last cut, if you watch the routine, the last cut of the cards I did, I was cut into that position. Okay. That tells me that I've then got 13 cards on top of the spectator's chosen card. So it doesn't matter which card. I've got the Jack of Diamonds. It doesn't have to be that. You can choose any card that happens to be in your stack, as long as you've got it in the 13th position. Now, easy way I remember is the fact that I've got a 4 of diamonds at the bottom. And that's how I start. You do the routine, you offer 2 cards to a spectator. They take 2 cards, they add them together. Here I've got a queen and a 2, so that's 14. You then spread the cards, ask a spectator to choose any card, let's say the 10. You can ask them to put it on top, and you cut the card, or you get them to cut the cards to lose it anywhere. And you can cut the cards as many times as you like. The final cut, you're going to cut to your key card. Now you might have a shortcut card, a thicker card, a crimped card, or anything like that. As I go through, there's my key card, I can cut the cards. I now know that there's 13 cards on top of the chosen card. When I turn to the first spectator and say, look, count silently to yourself as I deal, just tell me to stop. What I'm doing is I'm counting as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now if he says stop there on 13, I know the next card is the chosen card. So I say, look, there's your chosen card. If, however, he stops me here on 14, I know that this is a chosen card, and I turn that over, or get them to turn it over. It's as simple as that. It's a great trick. All the details to this trick are going to be in a downloadable file at the bottom, and also in the description for how to set up this. Now, the great thing about this, to reset it, there's a chosen card. I just have to reverse the cards that I dealt on the table. That puts the stack back to how it was. But where did this 10 come from? If you spread the cards and look for a 10, there's a 10 here. I can see it's between a 4 and a 3. There's another 10 there between a 4 and a 3. So what I'm looking for is a 4 and a 3 that doesn't have a 10 between it here. So I know that that chosen card comes from there. I'm all ready to go for the next performance, and that's it. Till next time, practice and enjoy.